To it. Trickster gonna spawn as our purple Protoss.
Purple
in the top right hand corner. In the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent, Startail Ace.
I want some of that purple stuff.
Gonna be our red Protoss. Who do you think's gonna come out ahead in this one?
Well, we've seen Trickster play that 4-gate style, which is just a standard build order win. Then we saw both players go for mass DT rush. You know, that's interesting. They went for DT rush on what was it, Shakura's Plateau, because I would imagine DT rush would be more popular on this map. Given the the way the map is designed, I feel like DTs are even more effective on this map. I don't know, man. It's PvP. Anything can happen. You never know. It could be a 4-gate.
That is true.
What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I think we might see a combination of 4-gate or perhaps defensive robo. Xel'Naga is a very small map. The rust distances are super short, making 4-gate even stronger. You can get proxy pylons up easier.
You can get proxy pylons up easier, but
it's also easy to defend.
We all know that map distance, it plays a role, yes, but it's definitely mitigated by the fact that Protoss can warp in anywhere they want.
Oh, for sure, but there's also something to be said about the fact that on a small map, it's much easier to get a proxy pylon than it is on a map like Tal'Darim, where you can scout around with a stalker and deny any potential proxy pylons. But there's so many locations on Xel'Naga.
This map definitely has some locations for hidden pylons.
Oh yeah,
all maps actually do.
Every map does.
There's no map that has that's just wide open. There's no hidden location. There's always somewhere where you can hide something.
Oh yeah. You just have to think like a Protoss, man.
Where will the Protoss hide their pylons next?
Right?
Tune in, find out.
You just got to get inside their mind, bro. And we do see some players doing that
like
lately.
A Protoss.
Thinking like a pro boss.
Thinking like a pro boss.
like a boss.
Like a boss toss. There it is. Well, both players are now tied up. Once again, Ace will be the red Protoss in the bottom left, and Trickster is the purple Protoss in the top right-hand corner. And it looks like both players are relatively going for the same thing right now. Second gas coming up for Ace. Still no gas yet coming up for Trickster, so that's really the only thing different about their builds so far.
Agreed. Very similar builds coming out of these two players right now. Second gas coming up for Trickster.
Yep.
Second gas already up for Ace. His is going to come up earlier.
Somebody said rub my head, it's good luck.
He's not a Buddha.
I'm not Aladdin or a genie in a bottle. Jeez.
Oh, God.
A Buddha? You don't rub Buddha's head for good
you rub
luck.
his tummy, dude. I'm knowing it.
Do you
it's just the act of rubbing a Buddha.
Okay.
Come on, man. I know you don't rub a Buddha's head for good luck. It's their big bellies, man. And the fatter they are, the luckier they are.
Yes. Well, you're very in tune with the Asian cultures.
Isn't that like Buddhist? Most Asians are
Buddhists.
Really?
Yeah. Well, a lot of Asians are.
Right on.
Anyways.
It's a pretty interesting religion. I don't know that much.
It's not really a religion, more of like a philosophy, but kind of both.
Kind of both, right?
Anyways, talking about Protoss versus Protoss here. What do you think is gonna happen?
I think he's gonna pick off this probe and perhaps this zealot. I don't know why he's not microing his stalker. He's just running.
Well, he might be waiting for
additional stalkers incoming right now.
Oh man.
It looks like he will be able to get the zealot. He's not microing that one stalker though. It's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, he gets
here we go. He's gonna pick off this probe as well. Boom.
Wow. And Trickster's attack really doesn't do anything at all. I don't know why he was so forward with that zealot.
I agree.
He didn't need to do that right there.
I agree. Rookie move.
Nah, that's not a rookie move.
I'm kidding. But he is getting up this robo bay or robo facility. And he's going to go with a defensive.
And it looks like Ace is going to go for the 4-gate. No, wait.
3-gate.
3-gate. Excuse me. That looked like a gateway.
I mean,
so they all look like the same thing.
I was thinking the same, and then I saw the little warp-in versus the big warp-in. That's the only real difference.
Right. So it looks like Ace is going to go for 3-gate, whereas Trickster is going to go for 2-gate robo.
I think Ace is assuming that Trickster might be pressuring again. He's playing a very passive style right now. Little does he know, he could really pressure Trickster and perhaps pour on the hurt right now.
Anyway, he definitely has one extra gateway worth of production, and especially considering that robotics facility doesn't really kick into play right away, especially if an observer is coming out first, and yes, it is. And it looks like Ace is going to be pushing out. Gets a Nexus down in the south as well. Very bold expansion.
Immediate Nexus after clearing the rest of the units
out.
This
is not common in PvP.
Yeah.
And he's getting a Twilight Council right after that, too.
So he's going to transfer or transition into Blink Stalkers here.
Yeah, almost playing this like a PvT or a PvZ.
Now, assuming Trickster gets in there with the OBS, which is now making its way down towards his natural across mid, that OBS is going to see everything that's going on in the main.
When he sees that Nexus, I wonder if Trickster's going to go for an attack.
I think he's going to all in. I think he's going to hit an Immortal timing push here.
He's getting a Twilight Council.
He's probably going to get Blink as well.
Yeah, I think he needs to add on another Gateway, though, if he's going to try to go for a bust. He has now scouted the main, doesn't know anything about the natural, sees the Twilight Council researching, chrono boosting the Blink. But the Observer going to the bottom left, is it going to make a way around? Yes, it is. It's going to go towards the natural, and as soon as he sees this Nexus, the ball is in Trickster's court.
I totally agree. He has all the scouting information right now. He knows exactly what's going on. Ace has no idea what he's up to. Ace might have an idea.
And here's the push.
Oh, boy. Blink just now started for Trickster. It's not going to be done anytime soon. Probably won't kick in before the next big fight.
Ace is actually going to have Blink before Trickster will.
If Trickster can push him up the ramp...
He's pulling back.
Oh,
what's Trickster doing?
I think he's waiting for Blink.
I don't know. I think he can push out and wait for Blink while he's attacking.
Oh.
No! He
picks off a Stalker right there.
But that Stalker may have bought Ace valuable time to reinforce.
It was a free Stalker, though, and every Stalker counts right now. They are very expensive. He did buy some time, but also he might be waiting until Blink finishes. He's not getting another Immortal, though, which is a little bit strange. I thought he was going to maybe wait for 2 Immortals.
And he's not adding on a 3rd Gateway.
No, he's not.
This is really interesting.
I think he's going...
Oh, there's a 3rd. He does have a 3rd Gateway. I was like, what is he doing off of 2 gates? But he is just 1 base all-in versus 2 base.
What's over in John's Common Knowledge hallway right now? What's going on over there?
We got a Pylon.
Okay. Proxy Pylon. I think this 1 Immortal could be the difference maker here, but Trickster is for certain all in here. He is going with the 1 base all in. He blinks in, trying to pick off a Stalker here. Great blinks from Ace, and here we go. It's going to come down to this micro battle. Ace with beautiful force fields.
Yeah, look at that Immortal.
Zoning out the Immortal. And I think Ace might come out ahead here. He's going to pick off the Immortal. Everything focus firing it. It will go down.
Oh my god, those forces were so beautiful. They completely confused the Immortal. The Immortal didn't know what to do, and it looks like Trickster's going to lose here. Ace is going to hold. And Ace, of course, having additional production, having an additional cycle of Chrono Boost, is going to blink forward aggressively, and he is going to push Trickster back. Trickster, I don't know what he can do now. He's only on 1 base.
Good hold.
Do you know what he can do?
Good hold.
You know what he can do? DTs.
When in doubt,
DTs.
DTs.
Yeah.
It is a potential. There is no detection out of that. Oh, not
there's
what you want to do right now.
Oh, no.
He needs to try and hold the ramp and get DTs out. That's really his only hope.
Yeah, that's his only hope. He's going to try to expand out of this, which I do not think is the right idea. That is going to get denied by those Stalkers. No Immortals coming out, really, for Trickster. Really confused because he's not using this robotics facility at all.
And the Robo now coming from Ace as well, which would counter any potential DT play.
Yeah.
Ace looking pretty solid right here. Saturating is natural. He's got a firm grasp on the map. He's getting rid of that proxy pylon.
Yep.
In the bottom middle right there.
Well,
and
one last wave here, one last attempt here for Trickster to try to get this game back. I don't know how he's going to be able to do it, but it's going to have to come down to superb micro if he wants to win. I'm wondering why. I still don't know why he's not making an Immortal. This is so confusing to me. Make a Warp Prism, make an Immortal, do something with this robotics facility, but he's not doing a thing at all. He's just producing everything off of 3 gates. He's going to try to expand out of this again. I don't think this is going to work. I think he's way too behind to try to expand and catch up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ace's expansion has been kicking in for a while now.
Yeah.
He's ahead in supply, 81 to 63. He's going to be able to push here. If Trickster has some amazing force fields and some brilliant micro, he could potentially hold, but it's going to be super hard for him, and it looks like Ace is ready to make his move. Trickster blinking in with everything right there.
Oh, but that's going to cost him a Stalker as well. And he actually gets 2 Stalkers. Not bad.
Nice force fields.
But look at his health on his Stalkers. They're actually really low. I guess Ace did take some permanent damage as well, but you know what? Not bad from Trickster. Ekes out a little bit of an advantage to climb back out of the hole, but he's still pretty far behind.
Yeah, he needs to take every Stalker pick he can get, but even then, man, I feel like Ace is just adding more gateways now. Look at the production tab right now. Observer, gateways, more probes on the way. Third and fourth gas. Yeah. We see Trickster just trying to produce as many units as possible just to stay alive, and Ace really working on that infrastructure, really building up right now. 42 to 29 harvesters. And I think that's going to be the name of the game here. Forge coming up as well for potential upgrades.
I almost feel like the best way for Trickster to get back into this is maybe to rush Colossus and get a robotic support bay down, because Colossus makes such a big difference in PvP. But he's not rushing for it. And honestly, I don't think he can play the catch-up game with Stalkers and Gateway units. It's just too hard to do. But yeah, that's just little me. It doesn't look like that either of them are going for Colossus.
Nope. Both players just massing up gateway units, but these additional gateways for Ace are going to make a huge difference in a second here. A few more rounds of units. He's been cutting units for a little bit to get those extra gateways up, but now that they're up, he's really going to be able to produce a lot more units than I think Trickster is capable of dealing with right now. Where is he going to choose to warp them in? At the natural? At the main?
Actually, you know what's kind of surprising is the fact that Trickster has more Stalkers than Ace, just 2 more, but he doesn't have as many Zealots. He's actually lacking but about 5 Zealots, and he's actually pushing out here with more forces, forcing Ace to fall back. This is a little bit of a surprise here, but you know what? As soon as Ace starts to warp in units, he's going to have double the cycles of gateways that Trickster has, and that's just a huge difference.
Well, you gotta hand it to Trickster, though. He has managed to bring it back a little bit. He has quite the army here, but I think you're right. At the end of the day, the additional production for Ace is gonna win the game for him. He has upgrades coming as well. Is he getting armor or attack right now?
He is actually getting charge.
Oh, charge and attack. Yikes!
That's
He's also getting some additional zealots in there.
Be so helpful. I can't believe neither player is going for Colossus. This is so atypical of most Spiritus versus Spiritus. But usually you see big Colossus wars. Colossus just destroy and laser down every Zealot and every Stalker, but not a single Colossus coming out for either player. And we do have a big engage.
Here we go. Trickster trying to press it home. The Zealots from Ace actually serving their purpose quite well. Just tanking a little bit of damage there. Ace getting the better surface area by far.
Not a single Stalker going down for either player yet. The micro here is so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree.
That was amazing. Not seeing a single Stalker die yet. Still no Stalker has been killed yet. This is insane.
Those two are pretty
low.
They're
pretty low, I will admit. No doubt he's going to blink him to the back to keep him alive, but what is going on here?
How is Trickster... Now that charge is here,
now
that charge is here and +1 is done, +2 on the way, I feel like Ace is just running away with this game. The next engagement is going to be very ugly for Trickster. He realizes charge is up.
Force fields have gone down.
Ace blinking elsewhere.
Yeah, I think Ace can just aggressively blink right through the force fields, and oh my god, Trickster is just going to get manhandled right here. Ace blinking forward. Does he have enough Stalkers to break through? Great micro by Trickster, keeping his Stalkers in the back. Trickster also has a pylon here to warp in additional reinforcements, but he's not quite using it yet. And it looks like the concave of Ace is going to beat down the concave of Trickster despite the micro, and that should be good.
Yeah, I agree. He just overwhelmed him right there. I feel like Trickster had better positioning, better micro, better awareness, but Ace just with the better upgrades, superior production, and more units.